Hello, welcome everyone. This is Stephanie. I'm going to be doing a beautiful green pour today with inspo from Jessica WinterStrom. This is her hide and sort of reveal technique that she has been doing. I am going to use a really dark green turquoise as the base, and then I'm also going to layer that on top in this painting. So that first layer you see going down is a mixture of a deep turquoise by Liquitex mixed with some oxide black. You can get this by mixing most turquoises with a blue black or an oxide black or something, kind of just to your liking. On top of that, I have a mixture of this little Piggy's Nebula and Emerald to give it the shimmer. And then I have this beautiful, rich, red, sandy color that is a burnt sienna with a little bit of dark brown and titanium buff. And then on top of that, we have our Aztec gold, my favorite gold, and that is by Arteza. I have a tiny bit of pearl white thrown in here that is also an Arteza, which gives it a beautiful, feathery white feel in some of my paintings. It almost looks like a veil kind of draped over, if you can get it in the right places over some dark colors. So I'm going to take all of those and do what Jessica's been doing and cover those paints with the dark color, that deep turquoise color. I'm trying to stay away from black and do just darker colors at the top layer because I don't want a completely black painting. Although in this painting, it is on a smaller canvas, and while I do tend to concentrate in the center of the canvas, this piece really had a lot of work and movement in the center of the piece, so you don't get an overriding dark hue to the entire painting. You get just kind of a lot of movement and green and turquoise throughout the piece. So I'm beginning to swipe the first swipe here with some titanium white, SheleeArt style cell activator, which is the Australian Floetrol. For really good rich cells, I've been doing a thicker cell activator, so 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol. Occasionally we'll need to thin it down with just a little bit more Floetrol if it's too thick. So in that case, maybe 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, depending on how it feels. Given the different changes in climate, that can vary a little bit. I am in Wisconsin and we are moving into the fall season, so thankfully we are moving out of the horrendous humidity that we can get here in the summer. Is actually, in my opinion, the most beautiful time of year. So I'm just going to continue to do various swipes. I do overwork this piece a little bit, admittedly, but I am trying to do the concentration of my swipes in the middle or the center portion of the piece, knowing that as I spin it, it will expand and the focus of the painting will be centrally located unless I tip it one way or the other. So I really am digging here with some of these swipes to try to get some of those underlayered colors to come through, which is partly why I overworked it, is because when you saw the original couple swipes I did there, you're not seeing a lot of color come through. So I am trying to go a little bit deeper to try to touch on the gold and some of the other, the TLP that's way down deep in there. I want to make sure that that comes up and through. I don't mind getting some white up in my piece as long as it's not like I accidentally got a big chunk of my pillow kind of pulled up. But if you touch a little bit of your pillow, it can actually give you quite a bit of depth in your piece. So as long as you're just not overdoing it. And there is white obviously in the cell activator, so you are playing between those two whites. So the scoop and drag there was more or less to kind of pull some of that gold out. You can kind of see a little bit of it peeking through. And I'm just working the piece. We're just going to sit back a little bit and watch the painting evolve. Well, if you made it to the end, I just want to express my gratitude and appreciation for you joining me today. Thanks as always, and we'll see you next time.